Welcome to our show, Hula Dance, the Spirit of Hawaii, Part 1 of 2. That was a beautiful hula dance performance at the Royal Hawaii Center in Waikiki, Honolulu. The hula dance is an integral part of Hawaiian culture and dates back 1,500 years ago when the ancient Polynesians voyaged to Hawaii. Settling down in the newfound islands, they developed their own religion, culture, and art. As there was no written language, Hawaiian mythologies, history, genealogies, and traditions were passed down from generation to generation through chant or oli and accompanying dances called hula. The native Hawaiian people believe that there is mana, spiritual energy in all things, including humans, animals, plants, and the natural elements. They worship many gods and goddesses and often pray to them for protection and guidance. They also believe that there is mana in spoken words. Thus, power can be generated and delivered through oli, which should be used carefully with utmost reverence. In ancient Hawaii, there were different dances for various occasions. Ha'a, the temple dance, was performed under guidance of a kahuna, priest, to worship gods, goddesses, and deities, paying tribute to stories of their deeds. Other hulas were performed to honor the ali'is, the chiefs or royalty who were descendants of deities. There were also many other forms of hula for entertainment, to tell stories and to express various themes and emotions. Supreme Master Television had the honor of sitting down with Hawaiian hula dancer and instructor Mr. Rich Pedrina at his dance studio in Manoa, Hawaii. Mr. Pedrina is a kumu hula or master hula teacher who teaches in Hawaii, Japan, the UK, Italy, and other parts of the USA. Mr. Pedrina starts by describing the basic movements of hula.
The movements is like nature, so you have the kabelu grass, so the sway of our hips is like kabelu grass, or the breeze, so a lot of your hand motions are representing of a breeze or a wind or the ocean. A lot of times we go out into the ocean or into the mountains and we look at nature, and that's kind of how our hands will move, our body will move, to indicate what we're talking about. So hopefully when people are looking at our hula, or watching our performances, that they'll be able to connect with it because they'll be able to see the wind, they'll be able to see the ocean motions, or just basically what it's talking about. So that's usually how our hands are. And there's always a difference between our kane and vahine, our men and our women motions. Our men are more masculine, and our women are a little more graceful. So the hands are just flow. And our style is it likes to flow from one motion to the next. So that's kind of the movements that we use.
One of the rules in hula dancing is kuhi no kalima, hele no kamaka, or where the hands move, there let the eyes follow. In other words, a dancer should always watch their hands at all times rather than looking at the audience. Let's take a look at a demonstration of the movements by adorable young students from Mr. Pedrina's dance class. Beautiful viewers, we'll now pause for a positive message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program. In Hawaiian hula dance, each movement, expression, and gesture is deliberate with a specific meaning. Kumu Hula Rich Pedrina elaborates further.
A hula dancer is a storyteller. You're telling the story. So if you're talking about this is my song, so of course you're going to be your hands to your mouth and out, and because you want to give to your audience. The energy that we give is when you give out. So a lot of times emotions will come back because you want to make sure that the energy flows and it comes back. You don't want to just keep giving and giving, but then energy-wise or spiritually-wise, you get drained. So a lot of times our emotions will start and it'll go back out and it'll come back to its origin. Okay, so whether it's talking about that, or if you're listening or hearing the birds that may be chirping, there's an interpretation to that. So your hands would be what to your ear. Or if you're talking about the aina or the land, that your hands will kind of come down flat in level with the ground. Or if you're talking about the Kohibis or the mountains, you want to make sure that there's a difference of those hands, the levels and stuff. So, when you have a mountain or you have a cliff, so the levels are very important. Yeah, it's not just a motion that's placed. So, as I tell my dancers, is that you have to put the emotion in the motion to tell the story.
There are currently 2 categories of hula. The traditional one is called hula kaiko, in which the dancers wear traditional costumes and are accompanied by chanting and instruments such as the pahu, drums, or ipu, gourd instrument. The modern form is called hula awana, which involves modern costumes and instruments such as ukuleles and guitars. Now let's watch a modern hula performance at the Royal Hawaiian Center. According to Hawaiian legend, the goddess of hula is Laka, who is also the goddess of the forest and watches over all vegetation. It's believed that goddess Laka provides inspiration for hula dancers, and so many dancers today still pray to her for successful performances. There is usually a kuahu or altar set up in a hula training area. The kuahu is decorated with forest plants as a symbolic home for Laka. If the hula student follows the rules, is dedicated to this sacred art, and always keeps positive thoughts, the plants remain green and fresh, which indicates the training is a success. The process of learning hula is strict. Everything involved in the dance should be done with respect and mindfulness, including following certain etiquette and protocols, from making lace for adornment to praying before and after the performances. Kumu Hula Rich Pedrina explains the proper mindset when entering a halau or hula school.
When you're coming to hula, is that it's all about the mindset, changing your mindset and leaving everything out, leaving your everyday busy life and be able to focus on what you're doing and just be able to ground yourself. Yeah, so when you walk in here, all of that, any kind of bad or whatever you're going through, is that it's left outside the door. You don't bring it into home.
With soothing music and body movements connecting natural vibrations and energy, hula is not only spiritual but also therapeutic. That's why it has become such a beloved dance worldwide.
So in hula, sometimes you have it to where you have them performing and they're very relaxed, but at the same token, it could be certain dances that brings them joy because they enjoy the performances. They enjoy what the dancer does, whether it's their motion, whether it's their costume, or whether it's just their adornment. Can bring a smile, just a little joy to someone.
Wow! The enchanting dance performance by the little angels has certainly made us smile. We thank all the talented dancers and artists for their wonderful performances. Radiant viewers, we hope you have enjoyed our program today, Hawaiian Hula Dance Part 1 of 2.